This is the letters page to Fantastic Four 33. Um, and just wanted to super quick show the historical significance of a lot of these stories and the way in which Marvel, throughout actually just about all of the 20th century, played a significant role in shaping the way that the youth of America thought about war and our role in international politics. So this obviously is from 1960s era. The enemy during this period of time, if you're not dealing with enemies like Dormammu or Puppet Master, let's say, is going to be the enemy of Americans at the time, which were communists, right? For the most part from the Eastern Bloc. So you see in a lot of 1960s Marvel comics, their heroes fighting communists, just as in World War II, you see them fighting Nazis and Japanese, the enemies of America during World War II. Just as in the 50s, you saw them starting to fight Russian communists. In the 60s, how that came to a head. And even into more modern era, you'll see Marvel touching on things like jihad and controversial issues like that. But I love Marvel for tons of reasons. You guys know that if you've seen one or two of my videos. This is one of them right here. So let me just read you two letters that touch on what people of the time were thinking about these comics when they came out, okay? Skipping ahead here to the front of, or the middle section of William Rowe's letter. I'm just going to start reading. You can follow along here. If I may jump to another topic, I wish to comment on your use of communists as an enemy symbol, okay? Without resorting to a documented jury testifying for my allegiance to God, country, John Glenn, apple pie, and mother, I would like to question the aforementioned practice. Your mag, so to speak, could only effectively use this anti-communist approach in an era when political conditions are as they are now. If this were 1776, the Red Ghost would be English. The Red Ghost is a character from FF13, for those of you guys who don't know. If it were World War II, he would be German, etc. Although art deals with the universal, although art deals with the universal as seen in the particular, I believe your approach could easily be more aesthetically and less propagandally, if that's a word, non-political. We can hate the Reds as much as we want. The Reds are the communists, guys, for those of you who don't know. However, this alone will not stop them and may be to their advantage. Therefore, consider carefully your approach. You must have conflict for interest, and for conflict you need a hero and an anti-hero of some kind. But your choice is not limited. So, William Rowe here has noticed their use of communists and is not necessarily happy about it, is he? Kind of an ambivalent response there, but definitely a vehement one. Okay? And these are not uncommon types of comments, guys. If you read the letters pages, you'll see people talking about how Marvel relates to international politics of the day, and it's just fascinating stuff, right? Because unlike a newspaper, which is going to be extremely biased in terms of what it reports, if you read between the lines of fiction, and I would consider comic books to be in that category of fiction, you get the truth as far as what the writers were thinking about what was going on at the time, right? What they thought about communists, what they thought about Nazis, that kind of thing. Anyways, moving on to the second letter here. Dear Stan and Jack, after reading your letters page in the August issue of FF1, I decided to write and let you know that your fans at this college are definitely in favor of your having communists as the villains in your stories. Communism is like a cancer infecting the body and mind of the West, and it must be fought in all ways possible. Why not feature a story in which the FF or the Avengers carry the fight to inside communist territory? So this person's all about anti-communist rhetoric. Let's read the end of their letter here. Answering a call for help from the anti-communist underground there. So he's calling for for Marvel heroes to go into the enemy Badlands and defeat them from the inside, basically. I think that your most interesting character is the Submariner. Quite a few years ago, there was a comic published which was called Submariner and featured the character of the same name. Did you publish it? If so, why did you discontinue it? And they respond here saying, Yeah, we published Submariner way back when. We would have kept publishing him without interruption, except for the fact that World War II came along, and the High Command realized they wouldn't have had a chance without the services of most of the Marvel staff. And apparently they were right. We Marvel madmen enlisted pronto, and kapow, look who won. So obviously a bit of hyperbole there, a bit of exaggeration from Stan, who is still the one responding to these letters at this point in time, believe it or not. But he saw himself as being involved in international politics. It's very clear, right? I mean, he's not trying to claim literally that they are responsible for winning World War II, but he's saying, hey, our Marvel staff went and fought in World War II. Hey, yeah, we talk about communists. Yeah, we talk about Nazis. And we do it for a reason, you know? He didn't quite get that far in his response here, but you see him get that far in some of his other responses. And I may share more of those in the future. But just for now, just wanted to share an aspect of comic books that are often forgotten. The letters pages. All right, guys. Later on.